Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much for the new invitation. I'm very happy to participate in this special event. My presentation now is about the strategies for the internationalization of higher education towards a comprehensive approach. The internationalization of higher education has become a key element for institutions seeking to adapt to an increasingly globalist world. The internationalization of higher education has expanded considerably, driven by the context of globalization and the growing importance of the knowledge society. Since the end of the 20th century, internationalization has focused on the quality of diplomas and qualification, adopting criteria that facilitate mobility and academic recognition at the global, regional, national, and institutional levels. This process is often confused with international cooperation, and for the global south, the concept of internationalization tends to focus on the mobility of students and professors, either for studies outside the country, out mobility, or to host foreign students in mobility. Knight 2004 defines the internationalization of higher education as the integration of an international, intercultural, or global dimension into the education function. Over the last 2 decades, internationalization has gained relevance in South America, especially in the context of higher education. The internationalization process in Europe, especially in the context of Bologna process, has reinforced the role of university as drivers of the knowledge economy and promotes academic mobility as an essential pillar for the formation of a cohesive European educational space, as Claudia said. In this context, fundamental concepts emerge to broaden access to international education, such as internationalization at home, which refers to all academic activities with an international dimension, except the physical mobility of students and professors. An internationalization plan, an internationalization plan for a small university should focus on development solid and progressive strategies that position the institution on the global stage while facing challenges at the local level. The first step to advance this process is the design of an internalization plan, an agenda plan with specific objectives according to the reality and needs of small universities. These institutions have three key functions in Argentina and Latin America: teaching, research, and extension. A possible strategy should aim to enable students to acquire international skills and competence, integrating international elements into curricula and study plans. The will of the entire academic community is necessary, as well as the joint construction of a possible plan and collaborative work between professors and students. Internationalization in general is a transversal element that must be adopted within the substantive function of a higher education institution. It is usually necessary to know the original situation in order to formulate the plan using, for example, the SWIG matrix or institutional analysis. Institutional self-assessment identifies internal strengths, unique problems, local links, human resource, and weakness, lack of an official accreditation, budgetary limitation. Analysis of external opportunities in which a small university, in this example, due to its flexibility, can act quickly in the local and international dimension. The exploration of possibly this for collaboration with international universities that value innovative projects or non-traditional programs is an idea that can be further explored, such as the identification of international programs that do not require formal accreditation. The second step is a strategic objective. The objective proposed must be explicitly started as short, medium, or long term. For example, in short term, we can think in improving institutional visibility, international networks, promotion of exchange activities and teacher training. In medium term, the consolidation of bilateral agreements with foreign institutions, especially in topics of regional or global interest. This could be initiated with Latin American countries in shared interests. The offering of academic programs with international components that are attractive without requiring official certification. And in the long term, we can think achieve international recognition through publication, impact projects, or outstanding collaboration with renowned institutions. The third step is a strategic axis. In this way, we can think in the internationalization of the curriculum. The internationalization of the curriculum aims to provide international experience to all students, incorporating both local activities and mobility opportunities, and integrating the principles of innovation and university business collaboration in universities, as LEAS 2009 said. Over the last decade, universities around the world have deepened their efforts toward internationalization, driven by globalization and the desire to attract international students or even to establish campuses abroad. The mobility of students and staff between different countries and institutions has grown significantly, and this has broad implications for the design of curricula. In this sense, the internationalization of curriculum becomes a key strategy for universities to implement and realize their global aspiration. This describes curriculum internationalization as the integration of international, intercultural, and global perspective into the educational content, learning objectives, assessments, teaching methods, and supports service that are part of a study program. Curriculum internationalization seeks to prepare students for the globalized market and global citizenship, which includes intercultural skills and international knowledge. We can think in international collaboration, the establishment of strategic alliances such as the identification of universities and international organizations that accept informal or collaborative agreements and the promotion of thematic academic networks, non-governmental organizations, and international research consortia. Teaching is important teaching for 30 years, universities have focused efforts on educational internationalization through strategies such as mobility, double degree, and internationalization of the curriculum. However, there is still a lack of structural support so that professors can integrate international elements into their teaching practice. Some key elements to international subjects are international contact, relevant teaching, and learning strategies and competence in other language. Research is important to develop an institutional approach to the internationalization of research. The following action can be taken: identify and strengthen collaboration with new or existing areas and regions, move from ad hoc approach to an organization-driven strategies, identify a diverse sense of a group or of international collaborators for specific topics, base the selection of international partner on four main characteristics: reciprocity, diversity, solidarity, and complementarity. Promotion of student and professors' mobility, promotion of virtual and physical exchange, participation in programs such as Erasmus, for example, in Europe, or similar in Latin America, where they can register as community partners. Creation of a journal, academic journal, or digital repository, or both to make the work of the students and professors visible. Digital integration and use of technology are relevant. Culture and diversity. We can think in promote intercultural activities that position the university as a space open to global diversity. Implement language training programs, Spanish for foreigners in the case of Argentina, Uruguay, Chile, for example, and English for locals. Resource. The fourth step is resource. Seeks alliance with governmental and non-governmental institutions that support internationalization programs. Explores collaborative financial thought projects with social and regional impact. Organize international events, seminar, workshop. The first step is evaluation and monitoring. It is advisable to have key performance indicators to measure the impact of the plans in terms of the number of international agreements signed, participation in collaborative research projects, growing students and professors' mobility, recognition of programs by international network or alliance, and periodic review to adjust strategies based on the results obtained. The last step is communication and positioning. Here's the creation of an attractive international identity, the use of social networks and web pages in several languages could be integrated. English and Chinese are recommended, even if only in basic links. In addition, the promotion of achievement projects and international events in global academic forums and active participation in international education conference and fairs. Well, the success of these plans will depend on the success of these ideas will depend on the university ability to overcome current barriers and limitations. So the strategies oriented toward innovation, flexibility, and international collaboration. Two keys to become a leading player in initiatives that do not depend exclusively on formal accreditation, but rather value the social, academic, and cultural impact of the proposal. Well, this is the end of my presentation. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you very much.